Yeah, no, it's never going to change ever. And those things are awful. I remember I was in class today and someone, they asked how I felt about them, and I still feel as passionate as I do about hating them as I did then. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge. It's definitely not going to be fun hearing those, and I'm sure our coaches will definitely put those on in practice today.
CJ, we hear you guys talk all the time about how you don't pay attention to rankings and stuff like that, but come on, this is 2 versus 3. I mean, there's got to be a feeling in the locker room that this is pretty huge.
Yeah, I think the way that we're kind of starting to deal with that is, the older guys that were here last year when we had to play Alabama and it was kind of 1 and 4, we're kind of trying to settle them down because we know the implications are huge. We know that it's going to be a big game. We know that the crowd is going to be in it, and both teams are going to play their hearts out. So, but we're going to do our best to calm each other down. We've been to big games before, and I think we should be able to handle the pressure just fine.
How have you mastered that playing in the big games?
I don't know. I think it's just something that we've learned. Last year we were able to kind of weather the storm in a lot of games, and I think our experience as a team kind of has carried over so far because we played in pretty big games. We played in hostile environments in Kansas State, and I know I hear some people saying, well, the stadium's not that big, but that crowd's in the game the entire time, and it's really close. And I mean, that was a pretty good atmosphere. I'm not gonna lie. So I think that's helped a lot with the younger guys, and I think it should have some carryover.
When you say weathering the storm last year, and we're talking about now, you guys have played in so many big games. Is it now fun where you get to enjoy the moment a little bit more so than when you were going through it last year?
Yeah, I think so. I know last week LSU was a really big game, and we were kind of on the sidelines and we were having a good time. We were having fun playing the sport that we played since we were 6 years old, and I remember looking at the offense especially, and there were a lot of smiles on the sideline. And so I think playing in big games is something we've come to enjoy, and something we're really used to. We play in the SEC, the best conference in college football, so we're used to that week in and week out, and it's something that we kind of have embraced.
CJ, what makes it so tough? Mississippi State's defensive line and their linebackers so tough. Their linebackers seem to be making plays every weekend.
Yeah, I mean they're athletic. They play fundamental football, and that's going to be a really big challenge for us up front. We know that. Coach said that they had 9 stars returning from last year, and I thought last year that was the best defense that we had played the entire season. So we know it's going to be a challenge. We know it's going to be a dogfight, and we know they're going to fill holes, with the run game, and we're just going to have to adjust accordingly and stick to our game plan.
You've got a guy in Bernard McKinney at middle linebacker who's supposed to be NFL type guy. Are you guys aware of that, or is it just more of their defense as a whole?
For us, it's more of their defense as a whole. I'm sure we'll game plan some things accordingly, but Coach Malzahn really just focuses on we're going to stick to Auburn football and playing our style of football, and I'm sure he'll have some wrinkles, but as far as that's concerned, we're probably just going to focus on their defense as a whole because we know that they're a really good unit.
How much does that help you guys in terms of not only execution but confidence when your coach says, hey, we're going to stick to what we do?
Oh, it's huge. Especially, last week that was something that he emphasized the entire week. We had the best week of practice, and then we go out and execute the way we did. That's something that definitely helps us as a unit, knowing that we're going to go out there, we're going to run our game plan, and if we execute, we're pretty much an unstoppable force, really. So I think that helps our confidence going into a game like this a lot.